You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast. You can find this channel on Twitter, Gab.ai, BitChute, and Minds.com. This is a Real American Patriot channel for Real American Patriot. If you're not a Real American Patriot, please exit the channel. Furthermore, we are not sponsored by any outside interference. That means we're unscripted, unrehearsed, and unedited. With that being said, transmission will commence momentarily.
How you guys doing? Thank you for joining me on the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. I'm your host, Safan. You can find me on Minds, Twitter, Gaps.com, and BitChute. Most importantly, subscribe on YouTube because I'm riding this until the wheel fall off. Until then, I want to report this article about what's going on with the agenda today. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, there's clearly an agenda being driven in the mainstream media about the G Mafia. You know what the G Mafia is? I'm sure you can figure out what the G Mafia is, all right? But this is an article from the Daily Caller I want to share with you guys. Let's read this together, okay? Let's read this together. All right. Supreme Court dodges dispute over Christian baker and same-sex weddings. The Supreme Court lifted an order on Monday punishing a Christian baker in Oregon who refused to produce a wedding cake for the same-sex couple, telling a lower court considered the dispute a light of the 2008 Masterpiece Cake Shop decision. Right? The decision keep a contentious social dispute over the right of religious dissenters and LGBT patron in the High Court docket in the near terms. These people don't give up. These LGBT people don't give up. You know what? If they don't want to bake a cake for you, why don't you just find somebody who else will bake a cake for you? All right? If they don't align with you and your practices and they don't want to do it, why you want to make them practice something they don't believe in? That's like me telling you to read a Bible. All right? That's like me telling you to accept straight behaviors. How would you like if I say that kind of stuff? All right? How would you like it if you need my let's say if I need somebody to bake my cake and you were those people, those happy people, to bake me a straight cake, how would you feel? All right? What if they were a baker and I want to go up to them and tell them, hey, you must bake me a straight cake? How would they feel about that? All right? But let's continue this article. This is a victory for Aaron and Melissa Klein and the Religious Liberty for All Americans, said the Kelly Shackelford, president of the First Libertarian Institute, a cost lawyering firm that represent the Klein family. The Constitution protect speech, popular or not, from condemnations by the government. The measure is from the court is clear. Government hostility towards religious Americans will not be tolerated. Oregon cases is in many respects of redux of the 2008 Masterpiece. They're doing the same thing over again. 2008 Masterpiece cake decision. Tell them he don't have to bake this cake. And they still don't. They just keep pushing this and pushing this and pushing this. So now what they're doing is they go to around every Christian cake shop and try to force this, not knowing or they well know that they can't do this, right? Which pertain to a evangelical baker in Colorado. Though the justice found that the Colorado baker, because of the state panel display hostility towards his religion belief, the court did not say whether the conservative religious believer can cite the First Amendment Act in refusing to accommodate in the same-sex wedding, like the Colorado baker. The client said forcing them to create a cake violates their constitutional agreement to free speech and free exercising of religion. Exactly. They don't believe in this stuff, right? Monday dispute arose in Oregon in 2013 when Aaron and Melissa Klein, who created a custom-baked good through their businesses, Sweet Cake by Melissa, declined to produce a wedding cake for the lesbian couple, Rachel Cryer and Lauren Bauman, right? Why don't they just go somewhere else? Let's all be resolved. No, but they keep pushing this. The Klein are Christian who believe marriage was instituted between a union of men and women, right? I agree. Cryer and Bowen filed a complaint with the state anti-discrimination panel In turn, the decline argued that their actions were protected by under the First Amendment free speech and free exercise of religion clauses. In the subsequent process, a state official found that the Klein violated Oregon public accommodation law. The Klein were ordered to pay up to $135,000 fine and cease discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation. So they're being punished because they don't want to practice in this kind of behavior? That makes sense. It's Oregon. What the heck? They have since closed their business because of the financial penalty. The state court in Oregon upheld the decision and funding that the cake does not deserve the full First Amendment protection because they incorporate many of the non-expensive elements and whether expression of the convey is not input to the creator. The court further found that the president barred the client from free exercising claim. This is ridiculous. It's not about cake. If it's not about cake, just go away in your merry ways. These people just couldn't. Look, this flag right here. I don't know if you see my cursor. Right? This flag right here, that's Luciferian. For every color bar or stripe is a letter for Luciferian. All right? Luciferian takes 7 letters in the 7 flags. That's what it is. The Rainbow Bridge is a representation of Luciferian belief. That's what they don't understand. Their agenda right now is to create this unison between a man and woman. That's why you've seen a lot of transsexuals and all these things coming up try to normalize this thing, right? When they try to normalize this transsexual, that's mean they normalize the Luciferian belief, right? It's called divine androgen. All right, look that up. That's their belief. That's these Masonic Illuminati devil worshiper. That's what they believe in. Divine androgen, right? Is the belief that men and women are equal, men and women are one. Believe in hermaphrodites. Believe in androgynous. That's their belief, and there's clearly an agenda being driven because of this. All right. On a remand from the justice, the Oregon court will research the case record for evidence of anti-religious animus against the client. The court lingered in the height of the court docket for the month, an indication that there were protracted internal debate about how to process the dispute. The Supreme Court followed a similar court in 2008 with a like controversy of Washington State, where florist Burnell Saltzman refused to request a floral arrangement to the wedding of a longtime gay patron. Saltzman's case was held in abeyance while the High Court weighed in the Massachusetts dispute. Eventually, the justice returned in the matter to the Washington State Court that ordered to reconsider it in the light of the masterpiece. The Washington Supreme Court again ruled against Saltzman in June 6, so Saltzman will file a second appeal in the U.S. Supreme Court. As such, the question for the First Amendment defense on the public accommodations law required businesses to serve gay patrons will return to the court in the coming month. All right. Apart from the long-running controversy over religious dispute, gay couples, Supreme Court will decide the federal workplace discrimination law cover LGBT employees. You know, why don't these gay people go to a mosque and see how they accept them or not? All right? Why don't they go to a bunch of Muslims and tell them to accept their practices? Why they always attack the Christian? All right? One thing you never see the G Mafia attack is a Muslim belief. You never seen that. All right? You ever seen that? You never see homosexual. Man, I don't want to say Google again. Well, I'm already demonetized. You never see those people, the G Mafia, go after the Muslim belief. You never seen that. All right? You never see the G Mafia protest Saudi Arabia. You never see them protest Malaysia. You only see them going against the Christian belief. All right? How is that? What's with the double standards? How can one religious are able to get away from their discrimination against another one? What's with the double standard? How come you never see these people go against these people? How come you never see these gay couples file a lawsuit against a Muslim business owner? Why you never see that? Can you answer that question? Why you never seen that? Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act banned employee discrimination based on sex. Though federal court have historically rejected argument that Title 7 bans sexual discrimination reaches LGBT workers, 2 federal appeal court changes the course beginning in 2017. Those panels said that anti-gay bias is from the sex stereotype in which employee punish worker for failing to adhere to general norm, which Title 7 prohibited. Money cases number 185427, Klein versus Oregon Bureau Labor of Industry, and that's the end of the article. Which bring me back to my discussion. Why these people always attack the Christian church, all right? And not only that, even Christian church are caving into this, all right? In the Bible, it doesn't condone this kind of behavior. And what they're doing, they condone this kind of behavior. If you go to my neighborhood right now, let me get back to my original thing. If you go to my neighborhood, there's a lot of Christian churches start all of a sudden put rainbow flags up there, not knowing that this is a Luciferian cult. Right? That's what the rainbow flag is, the Luciferian cult. Why there's a lot of company out there are corporatizing this kind of thing. All right? And they don't understand it. The company are corporatizing, taking advantage of it, and these people still don't understand it. All right? These people are so oblivious to what's going on. They're being used. All right? They're being used. This G Mafia. Right, and when I go around in my neighborhood, in my city, I start seeing Christian church with rainbow flag, and they don't understand that's so sacrilegious. That's blasphemy. All right, God does not condone this kind of behavior, and this is why I keep telling you: if you see this kind of church, you got to question their leadership. All right, you need to get away from that leadership. They're not supposed to advocate this stuff. All right, and most of these churches are from Caucasian churches. They keep putting this stuff up. They keep putting the rainbow flag. I haven't seen a rainbow flag in black churches yet. I think black churches are more conservative with this. They don't believe in that kind of stuff. But I've seen it a lot in Caucasian churches. And they need to question their leadership. You should not go to the kind of churches if they start doing this kind of stuff. But why can't these people just leave these people alone? Let them practice their own belief. All right? If they're Christian, just leave the Christian alone. All right? They always attack the Christians. All right, they always attack the Christian. They never attack the Muslim. They leave the Muslim alone for some reason. All right. They leave the black churches alone for some reason. All right. How come they don't go to a black Christian bakery and ask them to do this? You ever wonder why? All right. And this coming from these liberal states: Colorado, Oregon, all right, Washington, California. All right. Get away from these states. This state is so toxic. And it's just no advantages, man. This clearly agenda being driven right here. Clearly. All right. But let me know you agree. Leave a comment below. You think that agenda being driven? You think this is a ploy by some outside entity? You think it's a valid case, keep attacking Christian church? Let me know you agree. Because of what I'm saying, YouTube don't want to monetize my channel because I'm not monetized. I'm unscripted, unrehearsed, unedited. I mean, I'm not bound by any outside interference, right? Because of that, I'm not taking any donation. The point of this channel is to make people think and ask questions. And because of that, I'm not taking any donation. I'm not taking any funds. I'm doing this all funded by myself because I want to wake up America, make them think more. If you like what I do, one way to support me is by like, share, and subscribe. When you like, share, and subscribe, it encourages me to make more videos. When it encourages me to make more videos, I will saturate YouTube algorithm. When I saturate YouTube algorithm, it will make my video more accessible to the masses and make them think more, right? And that's the point, to make people think more and ask questions. Not to agree with me, but I just want you to think about what's going on. But on that note, guys, I know your time is very precious. Not trying to waste any of your time. This is the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. My name is Stefan. I thank you for listening. And on that note, guys, you have a good day. Peace.